150,000 killed, 640 billion pesos in economic losses, 3.5 million people forced out of their homes. It's a war that has raged for more than 4 decades. Long before the Spaniards discovered the Philippines, sultanates existed in Mindanao. These communities refused to be governed by Spain. That didn't stop Spain from including the Sultanate of Sulu in territories ceded to the United States after losing the Spanish-American War. Muslim resistance continued under the Americans. Tensions culminated in the Battle of Buddaho in Jolo. 1,000 Moros fought American troops. Only 6 survived. Tausugs fought American soldiers again in Budbagsak. The fight lasted 4 days. Again, thousands were killed. These 2 battles would become 2 of the lasting symbols of the Moro Rebellion. Under the Americans, Christian Filipinos were encouraged to make Mindanao their home. At the start of U.S. colonial rule, 98% of residents in Mindanao were Muslims. The influx reduced the Muslim population to 40% by 1976. As of 2005, it's down to only 20%. The Moros became the minority in their own homeland. Under the Marcos regime, Muslim trainees were massacred in Corregidor Island, Bataan, to cover up a failed military plot to reclaim neighboring Sabah that used to be part of the Sulu Sultanate. It went down in history as the Jabida Massacre. The massacre gave birth to rebellion. It inspired university professor Nur Miswari to form the Moro National Liberation Front, or the MNLF. In 1974, fighting erupted after army troops stopped the MNLF from hoisting their flag in Jolo. A 2-day battle ensued. The center of Jolo was burned down and 20,000 died. War came to Mindanao. In 1976, Miswari and dictator Ferdinand Marcos signed the Tripoli Agreement. The deal created an autonomous region in the Moro strongholds, but only 4 provinces voted for autonomy. The peace accord failed. The gun battles resumed until the MNLF signed a peace pact with the Ramos administration in 1996. Miswari became the first governor of the autonomous region in Muslim Mindanao. But peace remained elusive. Only 5 provinces and 1 city voted to join the regional government. Miswari's reign was marred by corruption and mismanagement. His failed peace set the stage for the rise of the MNLF's breakaway group, the Moro Islamic Liberation Front. The Ramos administration initiated talks with the MILF led by its founder, Salamat Hashim. Talks collapsed when former President Joseph Estrada declared all-out war against the MILF. Negotiations resumed under the Arroyo administration. The MILF agreed to drop its fight for independence in exchange for full autonomy. But talks again collapsed when the Supreme Court struck down the agreement that would create a sub-state in Muslim Mindanao. After 17 years of negotiations, the MILF finally signed a peace deal with the Aquino administration in March 2014. The deal aims to create an autonomous region that would be responsive to the needs and history of the Moros. In exchange, the MILF would decommission 10,000 to 15,000 troops and thousands of firearms. It is the biggest step towards closing Mindanao's painful history of violence. Are we willing to take the next difficult steps?